Danbury Go Campervan. Now Danbury have been making campervans since 1964 on the Volkswagen T2. Nowadays they do the T6 Volkswagen and also the Ford Custom. Now Danbury, one of the only companies to actually do a rear slide out on the Volkswagen T6, and then in the late 2020 they were actually brought out by Vanworks. Danbury Go, it's on a Ford Custom chassis, it's a 2-litre diesel engine and it's on a 6-speed manual gearbox. So this Danbury Go to 2017, it's done just over 17,000 miles. It's 3,140 kilograms in weight. It's got full service history and it's just over 5 meters long. It's 16.5 feet. Right, so let's have a look down the driver's side. So first thing we come to is our 230. So what we'll do, we'll put the hook up in. There we go. Now the Danbury does have a freshwater tank and also a wastewater tank. So we use our freshwater filler where we can fill up the fresh water, and then it doesn't have a drain off for the fresh water, but it does for the waste tank. So I'll just show you that down here. And there's our wastewater drain off. So what we'll do now is we'll move along to the back. So what I'll do is I'll show you the back of the Danbury now. Let's have a look. So we've got seating at the back, and then what we also do have there, we have little storage with a fire extinguisher, and then just below that we have our fuses, and then we also have a proper gas locker with our camping gas in, and that's a butane gas. So what we'll do now is we'll work our way around the other side. So let's take a look inside the Danbury. So it's your typical campervan layout. We have the rock and roll bed, and then working our way across we have a hob, and unbelievably we've got a grill and oven, and then below that, by the side of that, sorry, we have the fridge, the 12-volt fridge, and then we do have our sink and tap, which is just a cold water feed. And then what we've got here, we've got a little jump seat, which is ideal for a porta potty, and we can actually take this out. If you see, we've got the clasps there for taking this out as well, so a bit of versatility inside the van. So before I show you around the inside of the van, let's have a look at the cab area first. So as I said before, this is on a Ford chassis, 2-litre diesel, and then we have Bluetooth radio and telephone with 6-speed. Quite a nice looking cab. Now the other thing about the cab, we do have the 2 passenger seats as well next to the driver, which both are belted. But one thing about the 2 passenger seats is it isn't a swivel seat, so they don't swivel around. So as you can see, I'm sitting on the rock and roll bed here. It's a good spacious area. It actually feels spacious, to be honest. We've got our table here. So if I take this off, and I'll show you where it's stored. So it's stored in the door, which is a good space saving. And then we have our post, which is stored in the back. So what we've got here, we've got a jump seat, which is removable, and also you can put your porta potty inside here as well. And then we do have our curtains, and then an opening window. So let's work away from back to front. So at the back, we have storage with a little mini type of wardrobe. And then moving across, this van doesn't actually have a control panel on it. We've got a battery test. We have our fresh water tank level, so we know how much is in. We do have a USB point, and then we have two 230 plugs, little storage above. And then what we have here, we have a drawer. And then next to that, I unlock that and I'll show you. And if you can just see in there, we have our leisure battery. So as we move along, which is quite rare in a camper van to be honest, to have hobs, grill and oven. We have our hobs. There we go. So it's a 3 burner hob. And then we do have a grill and an oven. And then moving on along, we have our tap, which is just cold water. Now we have drained it down. And then just below that, we have our cutlery tray. A nice spice rack. And then we have a 12-volt fridge. So what they have done is they've packed quite a bit into this little camper van, and good storage as well with your spice rack and your drawers, as well as good access for your leisure battery, and again grill and oven as well. But now we get to making up the bed, and that's the easiest part. So now I'm going to show you how to make up the rock and roll bed, which is quite simple. All we have to do, little lever, which we undo there, so it moves forward. And then the hardest part now is making the bed up, and we just press this button. And there's our bed, which is a good size for 2 people. And then for the other 2 people we've got, which is really more for kids, I'll just show you as well. If we pull this down, and there we have a good size bed for 2 people as well. And if you really want breakfast in bed, we've got space here where we can get at the fridge. And then we can also, easy for the hobs and also for the grill and oven. Breakfast in bed. And now we need to go out for the day, so we need to put the bed back. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And then that's automatically locked it in place again. A couple more things I need to show you. So behind the driver's seat, if you can just see what we've got here, we do have our 230 trips. We do have our battery charger for charging leisure battery off the hookup. A couple more fuses. And then what we do have down here, don't know if you can see, is another battery charger. Now, because this vehicle's a Euro 6, it doesn't charge to the leisure battery when the vehicle's driving properly, so it does need another battery to battery charger, and that's what that is. So there you have it, Danbury Go. Now, because it's been done by Danbury, you're getting a quality build on this camper van, on the Ford chassis. But what I like about it is you get the feeling of space. You've got your electric bed, and they pack so much in. Hob, grill, oven, you've got your water, you've got a fresh water tank, you've got a wastewater tank, you've got a 12-volt fridge, you've got your USB, you haven't got a lot of lights, but plenty. So yeah, Danbury Go.